Afternoon, guys. Apologies, I ain't been updating lately. Been really busy. But today is quite an interesting day. Few bits and pieces been going on, and I just want to share them. And this is probably I've been waiting to share this with people since I found it. Um, I found this in Carrefour yesterday. 5 Escape Brexit Ireland, strong and stale. Now I haven't read it yet, so. It was just I was looking for children's books, and this is what I found. But I also found Dexter Morgan. If you don't know who Dexter is, Dexter's a serial killer in the romance section. So I was quite impressed with their book collections. Either somebody's got a sense of humour there, or they obviously don't know what some of these books are. But it was very funny. Well, made my day anyway. What else has been going on? April's been really busy helping people with their residencies. Well, in the last 2 weeks, she sorted several NIEs. Yesterday, she managed to sort somebody's residency here, a British guy's residency here in Casada, and today she's actually up in Alicante helping somebody sort their residency that is non-EU as well. So she's very busy, and this is one of the things I will say is that I wasn't really pushing April into this sort of stuff until she got to her Spanish fluency was better, but ultimately she's doing this off her own back now. She's also got a much broader selection of friends now, which I'm really happy about. So she's doing well, and obviously we bought a new car. The van's gone, so we're actually going to be up in Benidorm this weekend. Might even stop in a hotel. I don't know, because I don't know the area. But I just thought, since we had some good responses from the last Benidorm video, which wasn't that great, I thought we'll go up in the daytime. So we're going to go up this weekend, give the car a run. At the same time, we'll cover Benidorm, and we're going to start getting a map together and start looking at different locations and trying to cover more videos. The new camcorder we bought as well. April's out at Alicante today testing it, so I'll see how she gets on with the footage with it. I'm finding the camcorder okay, but not fantastic. But the good thing about it is waterproof, especially with kids around. So we'll see how we get on with that, if it's going to be up to the scratch or we'll be back to GoPros and other bits and pieces we've got here. What else is interesting? Oh, the British consul was at the Torrevieja town hall this week, saying that with the Brexit, all British citizens will have to have their residency and their padron. Now, for me, it was a little bit of a chuckle moment, being that it's Torrevieja, because if you've dealt with Quesada, Alicante, and some of the other offices, the one that is always a pain is Torrevieja. Now, I'm not getting into the politics of it and why the Foreigners Office there is a bit more difficult than others, but if you've been there, you already know it. So I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not getting myself dragged into that one. But it was just sort of, it makes me say what I'm trying to avoid saying. A lot of people haven't got residency because they make it so awkward. Let's put it that way. Because you have to get gestures, you have to have translators, you have to all this. The other offices, a lot of this stuff doesn't happen. The Padron office in Torrevieja is very good, very efficient, and very reliable. Never had an issue there. The Foreigners Office, different story. Requirements change and all sorts. So even people that do this on a regular basis experience more problems in Torrevieja than Quesada and anywhere else. I do believe there's been some changes on the NIEs as well, and on when they actually do them, because on about moving them to an annual, giving them at certain times of the year, which I think is absolutely crazy. Can't confirm that yet. I only heard it from a real estate agent. The reason it's crazy is a lot of this is tied to properties for when you want to buy a house and stuff. So you may actually see a property you want and you can't get an NIE to finalise all the paperwork and push all that through. This is the sort of stuff I'm talking about. And they're telling people everyone's got to be on the system and everything, yet they're doing many things that block you getting on the system. But hey-ho. welcome to Spain. And before my critic comes on here and says, well, I could patronize and complain about the UK. I'm not in the UK. And in all honesty, if you were saying the UK was XYZ, I would agree with you. I wouldn't sit there whining with my little flag waving scenario. At the end of the day, there's problems in every country, but these things are relative to people that are trying to move here, trying to keep it legal, trying to do everything above board, and it's not a case of the processes aren't correct. It's often that people don't know the processes correctly. It's a bit like having a car on secondment. A lot of people aren't even aware that you can have your car seconded to Spain if you're here working. You will get told you need to get Spanish plates, and after 6 months you have to transfer it to Spanish plates whether you like it or not. You don't at all. But finding somebody actually knows the rules and laws and regulations about this stuff is very hard, because a lot of people have no idea. They just turn up to work and just like going through the ones that they can just tick boxes on. So who's at fault? I'm not getting into that. I would say some people need retraining or get some training, but that's not my country to dictate that. I just explain there is problems, as simple as that. I've been talking to Andreas as well recently. Andreas has been doing renovation projects. He's got his own small construction company now as well. So anybody needing renovation and building work, we've got people that can help you with that in this area. Quesada, Torrevieja, depending how far we need to go. If it's a bit further out, just ask, because I'll have to confirm whether they'll travel that far. Also, Igor is, as usual, very, very busy. Igor does projects, entire estates. I mean, last time I spoke to him, he was painting 150 villas. So it's not just small scale stuff. And some of the properties you've seen that were for sale, where they all look nicely renovated and stuff, that's Igor's handiwork. Igor's done those with one of his friends that he works with. The quality's there. The house I'm in right now, I want to buy, and there's faults on here that are going to involve taking walls down to fix them, and this is part of the problem. Because when I get this evaluated for the house value, first thing is, on the documents relating to this for tax and everything, it's still a one-bedroom flat. It's a 4-bedroom house. And then you've got the other problems like the pipe works, got issues in the wall because during the winter they contract, and then there's water and condensation getting inside the walls. So I've got to smash out some of this, and at the same time I'm going to do that. I'm going to rip the entire bathroom out and redo the whole thing and look to put a solar water heating system in. With the costs of the winter, at the moment, our electric bills hit nearly €200 because we're in a bigger property, but the insulation's not there, etc. So for me, it makes sense to put a water heater on the roof and then look to put pipes down under all the floors and put underfloor heating throughout the entire building. And even in the summer, we'll still use the solar water heaters for the taps and stuff anyway, so it's not going to be wasted. So that's one of the things I want to do, and swapping the kitchen for the kitchen and sitting room over. We'll have a smaller sitting room and bigger kitchen, because April spends half her life in the kitchen. Not because she's the woman and must be behind the sink, but more a case of she likes cooking and that's her domain. So I'm being dictated. I will get a small sitting room and she gets a big kitchen so that she can do her kitchen stuff. No complaints here. Good food, happy living, happy wife, happy life. It's basic stuff. So a lot of stuff I want to do on this property, and I just need to wait until we make the purchase and ready to make the purchase. I've got a few things that I'm hoping comes together soon. I've been investing in cryptocurrency lately as well, and I've been doing quite well, but I'm sort of at a point where I can't move forward at the minute because the money got ramped up on December, then it all went nosedive, and there's cycles in the buying and selling cycles and trading cycles and lots of trading stuff that I'm still getting my head around, but I do follow people that actually know what they're doing. And at the moment, some of these cycles, I've left my money stagnant. I've got to admit, I haven't lost any money whatsoever. I started with $400 and bought the new car, and my trading account's at over $20,000 at the minute. So I can't grumble, but I'm trying to get that up to near $100,000 before the end of the year. Ideally, in the next 3 or 4 months. Wishfully, tomorrow. No, but it's all good news, all good news. Very, very happy at the moment. As I said, April's developing her own stuff. She's going to start her driving lessons soon, so she'll be able to give us some feedback on how difficult it is to pass your test here and the issues around getting a driving license. But everything else is good. I mean, the only big thing is the electric bill at the minute, because it's been so cold for so long now. I mean, I don't remember it being this cold for this long in La Mata. Whether we had good years and that's been the issue, or the fact that it just seems colder for longer here, because it's a bigger property where the insulation isn't there, which is another thing. I might cut all the walls back and look at how I can insulate those as well. So I can put some thermal insulation inside the walls. But until we buy it, don't really want to touch it with a barge pole. Anything that I do on it is obviously adding value to it, which means I'll end up paying for it twice, because obviously they go, oh, this is all insulated, you've got new windows and things. Oh, that'll increase the value of the house. Yeah, but I paid for that. We're assessing it for the bank mortgage value. Thank you very much. So, yeah, just want to do a little bit of an update. We're going to be doing more videos around Spain as well. I'm going to try and get some more people to come on and talk about their life in Spain as well, because I see at the moment it's very one-dimensional on the channel. Although we go out and do stuff with the kids and stuff, it's been nice for getting some people that have been here a while, whether it's 1 month, 2 years, 20 years, getting their perspective on life in Spain, how they find it, how they found things have changed. I was talking to somebody the other day that was, I think they went to La Mata in the 70s. And it was like it was just a tiny little village, and now it's not a metropolis, but it's definitely changed. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you do like the video, please like it, please share, please subscribe, and please feel free to comment. Thank you.